It's all about fine-tuning the polity for credible election as a build up to Edo 2024. People have been talking about it, that the polity right now in Edo State is being heated up and are not happy about it. No party is caught in, corners. No party is caught in emotions in terms of nobody is caught in loyalty, total affiliation to the political parties. No party is trying to cut any slacks for anyone that will say one or two things against that party. You get to see the emotions. Why one or two persons are discussing political issues in Edo State. You get to hear when to a community I was given a marching order. We don't want to sue in this community because we belong to so and so candidates, we belong to so and so party. And this thing has been making the state a little bit uncomfortable for some persons that are peace loving. So, how do you think we're going to fine tune all these things for us to have a credible election? I still have Honorable Ehi Igariba, Jersey, US, and of course Benjamin Mayer all the way from Germany. They're still there to contribute down quarter to this particular discussion. But join us right now in the studio. You get to hear put food on the table. You will not see or hear any of these things happening. Okoro Obaraye. Well, that's Okoro Saho Obaraye. Yes, he's getting set for his dad funeral. My heart goes out to you, bro.
Thank you so much.
My heart goes out to you.
Welcome back from...
probably. I'll have to take a break.
You were greatly missed.
I really have to take a break. It's good to have you join us in the studio. And of course, a lecturer from Uniben, Dr. Andrew Nwefe, or Mosefe. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks
I appreciate you coming. All right. And I say I have a lecturer also from Shaka Polytechnic, Jimmy Oko. So together, we're talking about this issue. Now, I want to start off with Benjamin, all the way from Germany. I have my reasons for that. I know you've been monitoring Edo State's political terrain. I know also you've been getting news. I know also you're deeply involved with the PDP because of your love for their candidates. This is not a platform campaign. But what do you think is majorly responsible for this tension in the polity as a build up to the election in Edo State? Benjamin, over to you.
Can anybody help? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Whitson. The build up to the Edo 2024 election is a situation I see as a normal thing. And the way the candidates of the parties are moving about the normal activities, to some is normal, but to some political party is totally abnormal. Like you said, this is not an avenue for us to campaign for our candidate. As you know, I am a strong supporter of Dr. Atsu of the PDP. And my reasons are very clear, just like every reason, just like the reason for every other Edo citizens who are also supporting him. The Edo election, or rather the politics in Edo State, started in 1999 when the democracy returned. And we just finished a segment that talked about the constitution, doing things that are right and all that. So when you look at what is the build up to this 2024 election, is actually built around on the candidate who actually has what it takes to move Edo State forward into prosperity, and who has what it takes, or rather, who his or her vision is aligning with the vision of the Edo people, who understand the challenges the Edo people are facing, and at the same time, somebody who has a deep knowledge on how to solve it. So I don't think there is anything that is anything that is within the build up that is totally abnormal, except those who has totally refused to campaign or using a surrogate as a former governor in Edo State is doing, campaigning for a candidate that wants to become a governor of Edo State. And we also see candidates that are also avoiding the social media and the media because they don't have what it takes to speak to the good people of Edo State. All what we are saying, all what the Edo people are saying, that every candidate should be given opportunity to speak to their people, that every candidate should be able to come forward and talk to the good people of Edo State of their prepared plans for the people of Edo State. Because this is no longer an era where nobody is talking. Somebody just come and become governor and will continue to clap along with it. No. Edo State is a very unique state. Very, very unique to the extent that we are one of the most electorally educated in Nigeria. And for us to maintain that standard, we need somebody that is vibrant, somebody who understands the language of bringing international investors to the state, somebody who understands what is called economy, state economy, somebody who understands governance, somebody who understands the feelings of the people, somebody who is closer to the people, who have that compaction and character, not somebody who will be waiting for a particular leader.
Okay, now some presidents in Edo State are saying that one of the reasons why the politics seems to be heating up in Edo State is because a candidate is refusing to talk to Edo people. Take it up from there.
Well, campaigns are done in various ways. And if you look at majority of the local governments in Edo State are rural in nature. Most of the local governments in Edo North are rural. Most of the local governments in Edo Central are rural. And of course, you want to refer to most of the local governments in Edo South, like Ovia Northeast and Southwest, Orion and Urunde, they are all rural local governments. And therefore, you need to interface with the people. My brother Benjamin talked about why is XYZ person not on social media? The truth of the matter is one is breasting the tape and the other one is trying to play the catch up. For instance, we had a situation where after our candidate in the APC has done his tour, maybe over 2 months ago, he visited the diaspora, was in Europe, his deputy governorship candidates, moved around and visited communities, interfaced with the Nigerian community in the diaspora. And, 2 months after, some people are just planning theirs. Even here in the United States, he visited. I had private meetings with him and public meetings with him here, when he came to New York. Though, with that being said, eloquent public speaking, I even was very happy that you had shown an advertisement that one of the candidates put in the break that we had. All I heard were things that for me were not campaigns. They were just, talking. He talked about everything to the extent that I was, with all due respect, I didn't expect a governorship candidate to blame food insecurity on the federal government. No, you don't do that. You can't be talking about tomatoes and talking of federal government. No, that is your job.
He's the one in charge. He's the number one man in the country, so everything lies on his table. It's just
tomatoes, taking the tomatoes production to federal government is laughable, because you can produce tomatoes in the back of your house and you do have a commissioner for agriculture in your state. What is the responsibility for commissioner of agriculture? To ensure food sufficiency in the state, food production. So when you are talking of rice, when there's rice there in Ekboma rice, and for all of 8 years, you were not able to make it a full-blown, economic powerhouse to feed the people, you don't take such blame to the federal government. That is why I talked about this pattern of riots. A lot of people are avoiding responsibility and being politically correct by channeling everything to the federal government. I expect to hear the governorship candidate talk about how I'm going to feed my people and not blame someone else for not feeding your people. There's no federal government in the entire world that feeds the people. No. The state governors, the local governments are responsible for agriculture to feed their own people. So I needed the PDP candidate to know that. Then when he talk about security, he should have also been reminded that the man he is hoping to take over from, who he referred to as his friend that he wants to take over. If he's saying that there's no security, then he must ask the man to return the security vote he's been taking for all of 7.5 years. It's a monthly affair. So if you are still saying you are indicting the other person, then again, we are a minority people in Edo State. Because we are a minority people, we cannot afford to play opposition politics, because the larger stake will elude us. And that's the reality. The outgoing governor tried to, he preached with Gele Gele Seaport. He never came to fruition because the waterways are controlled by the federal government. You cannot have a seaport if you are not in synergy with the federal government. He proposed an airport for Edo North. The airport never had one block laid there because it's just not going to be possible for you to have an airport if you are not in synergy with the federal government, because the federal government also control the airspace of the country. Therefore, as a minority people, we must play smart politics. Smart politics means to align with the federal. We saw a situation where the other day, 4 years ago, when there was a proposal for an Edo State indigene, the right honorable former deputy governor, Pius Egberame Odugwu, was appointed by Buhari to be the chairman of NDDC. And we saw how, this administration, how they use their means to dismantle that. For your information, the budget of NDDC is more than that of 6 states. And for 4 years, those states was exempted. We didn't have any representative at NDDC. And therefore, we didn't make input into the project that was being spent. The budget of NDDC is worth over $1 trillion. And those state was exempted. So do we have enough funds locally in Edo State to take care of ourselves? We just don't have it if we are not collaborating with the federal government.
I will come back to you now. This is what I talk about heating up the polity. I know you want to say something, Dr. Mosefe, you have to wait. I need Jimmy to react to this. There's a reason for that. You heard the comment of Honorable Ehi Igariba. Of course, it was a comment made by Mayor, and of course, the ad he saw, he just reacted to it. But taking a look at this, definitely from the way both men spoke in diaspora, even over there, the polity concerning Edo State is being hated even at their backyard. Take it up from there, from all he said.
Right, thank you
So
very
in the
much.
state, the local government should be held responsible and accountable for food, security, you just name it.
Thank you very much, my brother. Although I wasn't expecting a question and answer or whatever, but however, there's need for us to make some corrections. We watched the clips my brother he referred to. We watched the clip just now, where the candidate talked about, he did not talk about availability of tomatoes. He didn't talk about availability of rice. For God's sake, what he talked about was price. And price, my brother should know, that is controlled by economic policies. Tomatoes is everywhere in the country. But we are talking about the price per bag, the basket. We're talking about rice. Is rice not in the market? Go to the warehouse. Go to marketplaces. Go to urban market. You see plenty of bags of rice. They are there. But people who don't have rice to eat at home, it is the money to pay for it. What is driving the price is cost of production. And the cost of production is exacerbated by the wrong policies of the federal government. It is not about party issue. Because Nigeria is for all of us. Edo is for all of us. But the truth must be spoken. Is it not something that made bag of rice to jump from 6,000 naira to 30 to 40 within a short time and became 80,000 naira? Is it not something? It is not availability, it is policy. What we are saying is, I think what the man was saying there is that wrong policies of federal government, which Buhari introduced, Tinubu has also continued on, that he is going to, as a governor, look for a way to suggest some things to work with the federal government to ensure that the prices come down. I think that is what we saw on the clip, not the other one. But where the point he also made about talking to the people, campaigning, there are different methods of campaign, whatever. I am not saying it is not about who wins, who doesn't win. Like I said just now, Edo belongs to all of us.
All right.
But those that should lead, I belong to that group that are insisting that all the candidates that are vying for the office of the governor of Edo State for September 2021, for September 21st, should come out and speak loud and clear. We understand that you need to visit rural areas, you need to visit villages and convince the people. All the candidates are doing that, but look at it. Who hold the people responsible the candidate responsible? Who hold governors responsible on behalf of the citizens? Is it not the journalists? It is the media. The media hold them responsible. It is you are the one that will call Monday Okpebholo tomorrow. You are the one that will call Aso Ighodalo tomorrow. If any of them become governor and say, come, I have sampled opinions from the public. Why have you not done this? In your campaign, you said this. As a journalist, Mr. Wisi, I want to ask you, have you heard the statement from Aso Ighodalo? Have you heard statement from Monday Okpebholo? If any of them still exist that have not interfaced with the media, then it means the person is not ready to rule. Okay. Because media stand at the center. Whether social media or whatever media. The truth is, your competence, first of all, look at it, sir. What we talk about today, to be a governor for Edo, as to prepare for the election, is business for Edo people. But to stand as a governor for Edo is no longer for Edo people alone.
All right. I'll come back to you,
So everybody
Jimmy.
must hear you. Those are the points I want to make.
Dr. Mosefe, over now to you. You've heard the comment of Mayor. You heard the comment also of Honorable Ehi, and of course, Jimmy. Now, what do you have to say about it? It's like the ad right now of those political parties is even hitting the polity before the election. Take it up from there.
Well, it is laughable when you hear people say, Okpebholo does not talk. Okpebholo does not interface with the people. It is not just laughable. It is not even assuming a dimension that is likened to what I would call voodooism. Because the man at the center of it, or Monday Okpebholo, is a senator of the Federal Republic.
Don't forget why they were speaking. They didn't mention any name, and I have reasons for that. This is the place for campaign.
I know. We see you. I'm not a kid now.
Of course.
When people are talking, you know where they are heading to. So
let's just follow the trend.
We'll put it straight. So
I have a reason for that, please. For David campaign.
The man they are talking about is a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who won elections in Edo Central, and he won in a landslide fashion, winning in 5 local government out of 5 in Edo Central Senatorial District. And for a man who just came into the electoral scene and a relatively unknown name, you know, and winning an election in a terrain that was hitherto a PDP stronghold, you know, it's something that you should pay attention to. And so if the man is deaf and dumb, as they are trying to make Edo people believe, how come he defeated a sitting senator in Edo Central, in a stronghold of the PDP, even as an opposition political party in that region? That is one. Number two, you see, this is politics. I'm a political scientist myself. And I know that you employ different tactics, different strategies in, you know, cutting those who will vote for you, in cutting those who you seek, you know, their mandate. And you cannot tell me that all of us here have the same strategies to approaching issues. The man has said, come, I know my tactics. I know how I want to win. And I know my target population. Let me tell you, Mr.
Does this tactics involve not talking at all?
Is the man not talking?
They say you should come and address.
Is the question I'm asking you now, is he not talking?
I have not heard him.
I'm asking you the question.
Let me now go. Let me now answer you. That like I asked Sonny Duke the last time I was here, have you as ITV extended an invitation to him and he did not come? You are saying, has he spoken to the media? Arise TV, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, Arise did not invite him. That is not an invitation. You don't invite somebody on social media. Twitter.
Okay.
No, it is not done. I'm coming, let me learn. It is not done.
All right.
You cannot. He's a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Listen, sir. You can't invite him via text message.
Watch your emotions, Doc. Watch your emotions. Calm down.
If you respect a person, a candidate of a political party, a major political party, you should know how to invite him respectfully.
All right.
The way what's his name? Rufai did it was sarcastic, was nauseating. Monday Okpebholo is talking to those that need to be spoken to.
All right.
He's going to the villages.
I will come back to you.
To the urban center.
I will come back to you,
Doc.
Doc.
When people say it's not talking, it's just laughable.
I will come back to you. There's a reason why I choose to play down it before they dive into a campaign unconsciously. We have platform for campaigns, okay? Now, let me come to you, Kurosawa Barry, because the Polity even in the studio is heated up already because of this particular discussion. Some are saying that the reason why the Polity also is being heated up because whenever a political party want to go to similarly where they don't have strong hold, they are being muzzled. They've been intimidated to the extent that one candidate gave a strong warning. I've sent a message to them to allow us do our campaigns. Do your own, make we do our own. Quote him right now in Pidgin English. And that seems to be the situation of some other political parties. Take it up from there, Barry.
Yeah, thank you so much, Wilson. I think glory be to God for giving me time to talk. When I've been in the studio since around 8. So the truth remains that what you are saying, you know most of them, but you just want to like play on people's emotion. I will start with what you said about going to places where they know they don't have weight. Without fear of favor, you should know the party that does that. One thing that will keep helping you is to say things well the way it is. Even by tomorrow, on your own closet, when you are alone, you will be satisfied that truly you said what was right. So it baffles me when people say, does the APC candidate don't talk? Does Okobayi don't talk? I don't just talk. I think this is the only platform where I argue politics and talk about politics. I belong to over 200 different groups. I don't do it. This is because before you could start saying people will change whatever you said and insult comes. I hate insult with passion, so I don't say it. How can you say a man that speaks Ishan language fluently does not talk? How can you say a man that speaks Pidgin English fluently does not talk? It's not a dumb person. So a senator does not talk. He should come to play and start talking. That is the reason for it. A man that is known in the street and a man that is not known, which first of all will you choose? We are still suffering from the one where we took the risk of the person we didn't know. We are trying to survive the last oxygen. Then you want us to continue with our unknown faith because he talks. Am I not talking on him now? Whosoever talks should come and sit down, let's talk. And when we are talking, we should talk about facts, not a fallacy. We are also talking about agriculture. When you talk this, you also give definition. Is rice in Edo same price with Niger State, where the governor has turned the farmer, where tractors are dancing everywhere?
Exactly.
Is rice the same price with Eko, Lagos State? On your own, make call here. You have journalists everywhere. Ask. Is basket of tomatoes the same thing in Jos? So there are things we should say, not just because we say politics. No. All of us here are all one. So don't say because of politics you bear what you know is true to change it. If truly, when we started, when Baseki started, I met him one-on-one, and he told me about the corn, plantain, this one they wanted to do. I came here, if you go back to archive, to say in the next few months, Edo will no longer be buying this thing. But today, the Sobe farm, this one farm, that he told me, my brother Abaye, this is the platform, this one will happen in the next future, we just had an MOU with this. I said, oh wow. And I came here, and I said, I met him a few days ago, that the representative came from cassava, this one came from this, and the mind was that in the next few years, everything will go on. And none did I see till now. We are complaining about federal government. If the government, don't let us go far. If the local government chairman, the governor decide to say, Ekpo rice from now henceforth, Edo want to put 5 billion into Ekpo rice production. Are we still going to buy Ekpo bag of rice for 80,000? Won't it go down drastically? If the governor decide to say the yam that is now costing this one, that one, my uncle, let me shock you. My mom has never gone to buy foodstuff for market for as long as I can remember. What we buy is what to garnish the food. My uncle, Endili Benazaka, a farmer, my mother's younger brother, has been the one feeding. When it comes a month or two, bags of gari, yam, plantain, my mother from there will spread it out. If a single man feeds himself, another one, talk of a government. If a government now decides to say, no, where did it can be able to feed about, let's say, 20, 30 persons. If I go now, if you say it's tomorrow drive, I will drive to Orada and my boot will be filled with the yam you say is expensive, plantain that is expensive, garri that is expensive on my boot. And I will share as I want to share. I'm telling you, I'm not asking you.
Can I come with you, please?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine.
Palm wine and bushmeat all in tandem. They come.
Okay.
If we now say that individual can do it, if the government decide with truth in their heart to say, let's operation feed the dough, it will not, just the government will say, this month I'm not collecting my security vote. Next month, don't let us collect it. Let's pump it on cassava. Let's pump it on plantain. People from neighboring states will come here to buy and live.
So you're saying it's not all about the federal government?
No, listen, I'm not asking you. What I'm telling you now is what you know. Don't let us bend it. Are you getting it now? Don't let us change it. Things are cheaper if we all put it together. Not me doing. Let me also tell you a secret that everybody know if you know. If we decide today to say the water leaf or okra, I grew in my backyard, I want to sell, and I prepare it and take it to New Benin market. Because of my person and my personality, they might be scared to talk to me. But if somebody that is unknown go, what the union people do is to first of all either arrest you or molest you to make sure you don't have a safe landing to sell. Once they come, either they buy it from you or tell you that what you wanted to sell for 5 naira, on this place you sell it for 30 naira, or you leave.
Wow.
Immediately everything changes. Government is aware of this.
Yes.
That the people do this. That is why you see the prices here are different from other places. That is why you saw the owner of Ife or somebody telling the market people to say, your price must remain static. How far have the governor gone to make sure that these people, these racketeers, that make sure that people are still suffering with the abundance of what we have, to make sure everything is being done?
Right.
Does the government also tell us, say, okay, if you know you sell pure water, don't pay tickets. If you know you sell fish, don't pay tickets. If you know you sell this, scratch the ticket. Then let's see if we cannot fight it. So
I'll come back to you.
We should say the way it is.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. Benjamin, you've heard Okoro Saho Barayan, of course, Jimmy Oko. Don't forget to mention Dr. Omosefe. They have their own views and opinion. And Honorable Ihariba. Now, let's come to you. They are saying that it's not about speaking alone. It's all about policy. Yes, federal and, of course, state. Talking about fine-tuning the polity. People are being harassed because they are going out there to campaign. You get to hear XYZ is harassing us, and the government of the day is aware of it. It is how to run democracy. These are the allegations, and they're saying that this is not helping the polity as a build-up to the election. Take it up from there, Benjamin.
Thank you. I always say this. In the politics of today in Nigeria, you cannot be defending the PC and don't lose somehow. That's how the situation is. It's understandable. I'm very surprised to hear a lecturer at the University of Benin, my great university where I graduated from, is saying that it is not the policy of the federal government, it is not the policy the federal government made that is making food to be expensive in all states. I think we need to start checking people's profile before we continue.
He said. That's not what he said.
No, okay, wait, no, that is not what he said. But he said people campaign differently, that talking is not a strategy, talking is not a campaign strategy and all that. But it is constitutional and it is mandatory for a university lecturer who also said is a political scientist from my great university, for University of Benin, where I graduated from. I think is an affront, is an insult to the good people of, to every alumni from the University of Benin. But that is on the wayside. Like I
quickly
said, you
correct
cannot.
this.
Hold on. Now, it's not good for us to go personal. It's not good for us to go personal. You're going below the belt right now. He is a respected lecturer of your ivory tower. So please, gentlemen, hold on. Gentlemen, hold on. He has his right to say, hold on. Gentlemen, calm down. Gentlemen, please, do not attack individuals, all right? Dr. Mosefe is a seasoned lecturer. To the point, heart of the issue, no insult. So please continue with your line of thought. Over now to you, Benjamin.
The lecturer from University of Benin. I wasn't attacking you. I wasn't attacking you at all. I'm only trying to let you know what you taught us, or what most of those lecturers, although you never taught me when I was in school, maybe you were in there then, but the lecturer that taught me in University of Benin, when I was taking part in the political science or there's GST 101, we were taught that communication to the electorate from the candidate is part of campaign. And you are a political scientist, like you said. That is why I found fault. I was just trying to correct you. So that wasn't a direct attack on you. And the other brother in the studio who also said the increase in rice in Edo State and other food materials is not the policy from the federal government. I think when we are talking, we should learn to keep politics aside, who we are supporting, and learn to face the issue squarely. Most of this perishable, consumable product, which is food, that we are consuming in different parts of the Nigerian, most of them are coming from the northern part of the country. And those foodstuff are not just supplied down to Edo State or they fly alone. All those things are being transported. You know the cost of a diesel, you know the cost of the PMS, the pump price. All those things are having a direct effect on the cost of product in every different state. And that is as a bad policies that the present administration, which is the APC, have put in place today by removing subsidy without putting any other thing in place. That is for that. What I'm trying to say, Edo State election, it is not a program of one person. A candidate running under a political platform, his or her activity is not a personal program and say this is the way I want to run it. Even when you get to government, because it's not going to government and be running a private enterprise. This is Edo State. We have to face the issues, and every candidate need to come forward and tell it. For example, today we have 3 major candidates. These 3 major candidates, we only have one candidate that have been able to come forward and submit a manifesto. The manifesto is out there. The people are reading. The people know what is about. What are other candidates coming forward to come and do? To come and say, we need their manifesto. We need what their whole plan, their strategy and the idea they have for the good people of Edo State. So they shouldn't just be speaking to the good people of Edo State.
Thank you. Thank you, Benjamin.
That is what we are requesting for.
Thank you. I'll come back to you. So please, gentlemen, let's not focus on individuals, focus on issues. Now, you said you want to because he mentioned it. Honorable, I'll come back to you shortly, please. Now, I need you to react to what he said, Dr. Mosefe.
Okay, well, it is most unfortunate that a graduate of the University of Benin, or who claimed to have graduated from my department in the University of Benin, will come on air and be absent-minded on air, because it is obvious that he wasn't following us, or he wasn't even following me, and so he couldn't have known what I was saying because he was absent-minded. And I also expected that he would apologize for his rude remark.
He just did. He did. He said he wasn't attacking your personality.
He was, because he said it is shameful for a lecturer to, who taught him in the university and all of that. And it was a shame to other alumni members of the university. That's a direct insult on my person, and I take exception to that. However, I also want to give him some concessions, perhaps because it's not at home. he's not also at home with the issues. And so his inability to stick to the issues and now begin to attack my person is also part of the problem. But I want to tell you this. He said communication is a key aspect of electioneering. And that is true, very correct. Is the candidate of the APC not communicating? That is the question he should be answering. Does the man have to go from one conference to another? The people who will vote, the people who will decide who wins elections, are in the villages, are in the semi-urban areas, are in the city centers. The man is reaching out to those he believes will help him win election. Election is not about how fluent you are in English language. I told somebody the other day, I said, listen, good governance is not predicated on your ability to speak Queen's English, speak English. English is not even our mother language, it's not even our mother tongue. The man is going around, he's telling people, I will give you water, we will build schools. As we speak, the red roof revolution that we saw under Comrade Oshomole has given way, or is gradually giving way. If you go to our schools today, what made public schools attractive under the governor, the administration of Comrade Adams Oshomole is no longer there. Go and check the ratio of enrollment into public schools in Edo State. You will understand what I mean. Parents have now pulled their children away, or they're now pulling their children away from public schools because it's no longer attractive. Teachers are no longer there. You bring iPad and you say it's Edo Best. You are not employing teachers. Our schools are no longer as populated as they used to be because it's no longer attractive. We are talking of agriculture. It is when you invest in agriculture that the prices of food will come down. The current government actually told us that they are setting up a rice farm in Sobe. Today, go to Sobe and go and check if there's any rice farm there. There is no rice farm anywhere, and you are complaining about a price of food. Right. What's the Ministry of Agriculture doing? What is other agencies of government
thank you.
To ensure that to ensure food security for our people? And so I would tell my brother in Germany to be at home with the issues and stick to the issues instead of attacking personalities. All right. To be a lecturer in a university is not a tea party. If he says it is, he should go and he should seek for one.
It's okay. He has apologized already.
He did not. He has to apologize.
Okay, fine. He did not. Fine. No, we'll settle this. I believe he has apologized. He said he wasn't attacking your personality. He was trying to make a point. Obare, let me come to you. The aspect of violence, the aspect of intimidation, the aspect of trying to shake one or two parties, supporters of party faithful, due to the fact that they don't support candidate A or candidate B. How do you think this can be checked? Because people have the opinion that this is among one of the things, that is really hitting up the polity.
Yeah, thank you so much, Wilson. I think things are getting more balanced now. If we say things the way it is, we don't need to be sweating. We don't need to be your English. You don't even need big English too. When you just say, "What is your name?" My name is Wilson. You just walk in. By the time I ask you what's your name, you say your name is Chukwuemeka. I'm not saying Chukwuemeka baking a gap. You know how to do. You don't know what I'm saying. So you now need more lies to control it. So I think you should know that what is happening for the president just now is what will happen, because this is how politics in this type of this region plays. Are you getting it down? In the next 1 or 2 months, everything will die down and snowball into something peaceful. But the most painful part is that it wasn't as worse as this way back. I get it, it's becoming worse now that people come into the town and the next thing they are attacked, some are being shot at heart, some are being kidnapped just because of politics. I think 1 or 2 months ago, you saw the Labour Party candidate being chased away from one of the places he was campaigning. Don't note that one person in government comes from there, that he has no right to campaign there. You also saw the airport break, that a police officer was killed. So it goes to show, because those that these are our leaders used mostly no longer value life, and our leaders have impoverished them to that extent that just for a peanut, they carry weapons and unleash men on whatsoever they have been called upon to do. If truly our leaders truly love our people, the way they pretend and profess to say it, our people will not be impoverished in this form. If truly our leaders that are presently campaigning today had on their own made sure that who they know from their own within, first of all, your family, everything is okay, from there to your streets, from there to your ward. I'm not sure we'll be speaking long English today. You can see them still trying to paint. Some people trying to tell you, this is my name, this is where I come from, this is the first time to vote. Are you getting it now? So if truly, some of us are already watching this, if truly they are also truthful to themselves, you see that you don't even need to talk much when it's time for you to do election. Because your good deeds will be speaking and opening doors for you. Okay. But because they've not done well, because they've had all their money and all their investment outside this place, that's why you are saying that it's taking them time for them to introduce themselves. Right. I don't need to introduce myself when walking.
Okay.
Because you see that you're here, not be this man, be this one when they efforts they do protest, if like not they. Not be this man, be that when they talk. Are you getting it now? So you no, not me. You don't need to say not me because people know you. Okay. Are you getting it now? The people that you see me talk will not want to hear me talk more when I want to say this is what I want. Are you getting it now? What they just need to say, we don't hear and they talk, make it come out. Are you getting it? So mine is like advice to our leaders who have impoverished their followers, impoverished people close to them. All in the name of I cannot help you, and now you need our vote, and now you want to come and tell us. We are going to shine our place like out our vote, and we know how to vote. But are you getting it? We don't vote via the line. We don't put the vote on the logo. Our vote, we know how to do it, and you need to prepare you and know where it goes.
Thank you so much. Well, Jimmy, you're like, well, I don't know if it's going to be heated in this particular nature, but sometimes about politics, you're going to see emotions, lots and lots of it. But there's this cry by INEC saying that the quota to be filled by agents is still far behind, so to speak. That some parties, the coalition representative, the officers, the number that they are seeking is not complete. Do you think this is part of the issue that led to that? They even said the political party don't even have an agent in this election that will take place next month. Take it up from there.
Well, you understand it. It is the nature of our politics.
Yeah.
Politics of deception and selfish interests. I tell you, I think the election is just few days away, and you have plenty of candidates that are vying for just that office. But when we mostly talk about, we mention the PDP, the APC, or probably the Labour. But many of these ones, even most of them, don't go around to campaign. You don't hear their names. You don't get to know them. So it means that if you look at it, it is game they actually do. You look at it as, oh, we don't know this, but they have a target. And most of them actually do meet the target. The target is, I want to meet that, I want to go to that name that is registered as a political party, draw small thing, then they allow me to float my name on their platform, then I go. Then by the time I shake it a little, then one big candidate somewhere will come to me and do something. Then I will say, okay, my structure, my followers go with it. Then I get the money and go. So all of those ones, and the fact that those political parties do not also have so much available to them, because politics here is about money. Right. That is why you see that election will come. They do not have representatives. Yes. And they are not bothered about that, because their target was never really to get to the government house after all. But that is not healthy for our politics. The truth is, if we have, I think it's about INEC, beyond Edo 2024, beyond all of these discussions, INEC needs to sit down to readdress the issues surrounding our electoral process. For instance, if you cannot be, you say you're a political party. If you do not have a seat in the state assembly, if you don't have this, there should be criteria that proves that you are abreast of the people, that proves that the people understand you as a political party.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Well, let's get straight down to New Jersey, USA, where Honorable he is standing by. He might just have the last take on this discussion. We have some great days to talk about issues. Yes, it's election time. Tempers definitely will flare. Is normal how to fine-tune it in order for us to have a credible election. Honorable, you're going to give us your last line on this discussion, advising all political parties and their candidates, even the agents. Some parties don't even have complete set, so to speak, right now in quotes, of agents. A party don't have any. I mean, so what advice do you have for us, please?
Okay, thank you very much, Winston, once again. Firstly, I'm speaking to my great brother, Dr. Mosefe. I'm a proud alumni of the University of Benin with a first degree and 2 master's degree from the university. And coincidentally, my first degree was also in political science and public administration. And I'm very proud of his accomplishments as a lecturer, and I'm very proud of him as an individual and as a great political analyst. So he can hold his head high and know that we members of the University of Benin Alumni Association are very proud of him and his what he stands for, which remains his inalienable rights. And again, in elections, we have what you call contenders and pretenders. We know the main contenders in this election. For us in the APC, we are very ready. We have all of our agents intact. They are being trained by by our party, and eventually they'll be trained by INEC. And so they know the instructions to them are clear to be vigilant, and they know what to look out for. And just going back to what we were saying before, and I made a quick search on Google. In 2019, Crusoe Osagi had made a statement on behalf of Edo State government that they have off-takers agreement and they were going to, invest a lot in maize production, and that they have farms, already at Igborahi, Igwomo, Ilushi, Aganibode, and Varike, and that they are working on maize farms in Ekpoma, Osugbenu, and Sobe. These are all across Edo State, and they were hoping to empower 2,000 farmers in rice production, yam production, and all of that. This was in 2019. 5 years then again, our governor Obaseki, just prior to his campaign, also went to the farm and told us that
we don't have time for this right now. I know you're making valid points,
so
but our time is up. Just give us an advice or two on how to have this, smooth election. All right? You're making wonderful analysis, which is okay, but our time, we're pressed for time. So please, what advice do you have for everyone involved in the election as an Edo citizen? Honorable, over to you. Please, briefly.
People be very vigilant, go back to the records and hold everyone accountable to what they spoke about before, the promises they made that were not fulfilled. And as a result, they cannot raise the hand of another person. Instead, we are going to stick to the man that we know, who is the highest political office holder in Edo State at the moment, voted for massively by his people. And
thank you so much.
Across the
Our time is up, Honorable. Benjamin, thank you. I know you have so much to say to react to. These will be other times for that. Benjamin, I appreciate you. Honorable here, I appreciate you. Dr. Mosefe, I appreciate you. No disrespect to you. You are a first-class lecturer. I know that you were. But let me apologize. But maybe later on, he's going to give you a call. All right? It's all about politics. Jimmy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Obaraye, thank you so much. May God give you the strength and the muscle to move to your father's funeral. All right? So, in politics, you should expect this. Temper definitely do flare. But come on, everyone, watch your emotion. We need to fine-tune this polity from getting overheated for us to have a credible election. The opinions, theirs, it has nothing to do with ITV. If you feel slighted anyway, you can come to us and you show your part of the story. We're ever ready and eager to let the public hear what you have to say. Bye for now.